Welcome back, everybody. I'm Doug, and this is Dying to Retire. And today I'm going to do a wrap up of my trip in Antigua looking at properties. Yesterday, before I drove back to Guatemala City, I went out with real estate in Antigua. Very nice people. Now, hopefully, I didn't misidentify them the last episode. I will fix that in post production. But yeah, they they took me out. It was fantastic. I did like the house they had me look at. It was Santo Delfina was the community. It's a very nice house they're looking at. Plus, looks like another one's being built as well. And it, it's it's in a nice area. If I was gonna do my rating, I would have Los Franciscanos, as the first group I would have. Then the Santo Delfina would be the second community I'd have. Then Hacienda Commodore. And Antigua Gardens is a no-show. I'm sorry not to be rude to anybody, but it reminds me of Section 8 housing. They just did not care. Or anybody in Montgomery County, Maryland, it's the bad part of Montgomery Village. And Montgomery Village, the bad part looked better than that. Now, it had beautiful homes in it, some beautiful homes in it that were just expensive at the other places. It's just the community is terrible. And I'll try to clean it up a little bit, but you'll probably hear again the background noise because a lot of stuff is coming in here because I'm right here off the main road, and I've said that a few times. Now, I do miss the hot water because I'm back here where there is no hot water. And let me tell you, there is a difference, and I appreciate it. But folks from uh, the homes that took me out there, and sorry, I'm double checking stuff, real estate in Antigua. Well, we went out there, nice little trip, great conversation, super smart individuals. I've said that before. Believe it or not, the young lady is not from Guatemala. She's actually from America. She comes down here and works with the real estate company. Very, very young. To me, is like super young. And the gentleman drive me around, super smart individual and very well educated. Um, he does well probably anywhere and everywhere he works. So in the grand scheme of things, I'll probably pull the trigger looking at something in Francisco Años, and eventually I'll be able to pronounce it correctly. I just want to make sure I get the correct house. The house design I like was called the El Volcan. The and I just saw one called the El Agua, and it's a little bit smaller by about 20 meters smaller. And I got it because I don't want to give up the comfort and the size of the bedrooms. Because, like I said the other day, one of the houses I looked at which was an older house in um, Los Franciscanos, and they're not that old, but an older house. I do not like the part of stepping up into the bathrooms. And let me spin a bit and see if you can see it behind me. Sorry, that didn't go well. If you look over there, one of those doors is for the bathroom. And what you have to do is step up and to go into the bathroom and step down when you come out. What I do not like about stuff like that is when you get older, you're going to trip, possibly trip, going in or going out. And if you have an older guest, the same thing may happen to them. And I know that's indicative to most of the construction here in Guatemala, but for the newer construction in a more expensive community, I would want it to have that level of detail. So, in consideration in the architectural drawing. So I hate to say it's a must for me, but it's very important for me. Hacienda, oh geez, I can't, San Juan. Uh, Again, the houses and they were very nice. I believe I could probably put mini split packs in them. The only downside is the community has nothing. It's just houses, but the houses were beautiful. You could get into it. The street you can park your car in. The architect I met in there, he did a fantastic job building it, or the builder there. Um, and I'll show some pictures up like normal on here. Just cannot believe how the quality of level in that house. So, and he thought about a lot of details. It's almost like if they had one of those homes in the Los Frescanos, I've been fine with it. But unfortunately, the community hacienda San Juan has it's just houses. There's nothing in there. So that's kind of my way of thinking. Let me get out of the light where I'm not blinding you. Sorry. So it's things to think about. So it was a really good trip. Because it was a business trip, I did not really get into Antigua proper. I went in there, got a couple tchotchkes for the wife, and that was it. I did meet up with someone, Mark. We met up, had a nice little lunch, and then we went down. Noise, right? Yeah, really. That's one of the biggest things, motorcycles, and I think I forget moto simians. I forget someone called them that. Moto simians, motorcycle monkeys. They just go up and down like crazy. To me, that's wild. What's also wild seeing like a 65, 70-year-old lady hopping onto a moped or something, sometimes driving it themselves to go wherever they want. To me, that's really interesting. It's kind of funny to see, but interesting. Reminds me when I was in Japan in the 1980s, and you see Mama-san riding on this little gorilla motorcycle back in the day. If you know, you know. And getting back, Mark and I had a nice lunch. Then we went to the cigar bar. It was very nice. Little cigar bar. Sorry, yeah, can't even speak today. Cigar bar in there. Reminded me a little bit because you had to be buzzed in. It had a gated entrance. Reminds me of the Home Depot in Montgomery County, Maryland. Everything's locked up to get to a tool. It had those type of gates in front of the door. So to me, that's kind of interesting. Had a nice time in there. Met a gentleman that both he and I were in an austere location in 2011 at the same time. That was kind of funny because he looked familiar. That austere location, that austere location had a cigar club, and we used to meet at two different locations, and he probably went to both. So we had a nice chat there. And Mark, congratulations on the new house too that you're moving to. I may take you up in the offer. So when I come back, but congratulations on the house, getting a little bit bigger one and for cheaper. So that's always good. So big thing to wrap up of all the homes we looked at during my trip down here. Just to get, the reason I'm going to be here a little bit longer is I'm waiting for my lawyer to get a paper back from Renap. I have to sign that, and that goes back to Renap to start the process, and could be 8 months, could be whatever. So there. So the wrap up is I liked some homes. The one I wanted, I was looking at it. Then they let another person who'd been looking at it said, "Hey, there's American looking at it." And next thing I know, the other person pulled the trigger and said, "Yes, I'm going to take it." So and that one probably had the best views I've ever seen in any home. So unless I said I buy it now, all right. So, but yeah, I have plenty of time because we have the home in Maryland. My wife is still working, so I have time to say, hey, I want another house. I want it built the way I like it, which is probably the route I'm going to go. Yes, it's money. It's sunk cost up front. I have cash reserves and I have investments, so we can do that. And then when we're down there, the monthlies, yeah, how can I say the maintenance fee or homeowners association for the community is high compared to the area, but you get so much more. And a lot of people will say, oh, you're going to be in a gated community. You really don't want to be part of the community. And that's not quite true. I like the gated community because of safety and security. I like the layout of the community there, and everything's close by. It's off RN40. My wife, I can drive an hour and a half down the road. We can rent a hotel or something, and she can go see the beach and be on the beach, be on the Pacific side. So it's got a lot of things that are close, and then the city's another, depending on traffic, an hour, 2 hours the other way. So it is a good centrally location, but it's not like this, what you're hearing, all the noise and all this stuff. So I'm going to let you guys go on that one. As always, do me a favor if you found value in this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of my trip down here in Guatemala. And also, if you have any comments, please put them in the comment section. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them. I'm always trying to research. If I don't know it off the top of my head, I will research it and try to get back to you as soon as possible with the most accurate answer or to tell you where you probably need to go to get a better answer. Okay. As always, I'm Doug, and this is Dying to Retire, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.